So lads, I had a bit of a nap. I actually went to sleep for about 4 or 5 hours, which was well needed. And I had a nightmare. I had a nightmare that I was forced to get a double-double in a game up to 21 points, counting in 2s and 3s. I had a nightmare that I was forced to get a double-double against 2 invincible centers while using 2 guards and a small forward. Oh wait, that was real. Lads, why are these so hard? I'm going to say it right now. They are difficult on current gen. They're easy on next gen to a point, difficult on current gen. So like even this Spurs one. This Spurs challenge right here. Twin Tower Spurs. This challenge is rough. I'm going to say it is rough. But if you are on next gen, this is one of the easiest challenges there is. So let me just show you guys right here. If you're on next gen struggling with this is what you do. On current gen, you need to learn how to burst. You need to learn how to speed burst. You can do it. It's quite easy to do with speed bursting. Actually, it's not quite easy. It is doable with speed bursting. You might take 2 or 3 tries. On current gen, make sure you turn the meter on and speed boost. So on current gen, you press L1 twice to get pass and screen away. On this gen, you press left, pass and screen away, so your players leave. You go back. It's bad by me. Sorry. Why won't he burst? All right, I didn't have enough time. I don't know what I misjudged that one there. Just go and dunk the ball. Okay, get the ball. So I know ball can cheese it. You just literally need anyone quick or shifty on next gen. So, pass the screen away. Even D-Rob. Flick back, cross him up, speed, you glitch the AI, layup. Like, you do that every possession. I don't know what the happened with Ferry. Like, that, it's an easy thing to do on this gen. It really, really is. But one thing that is next to impossible to do is this challenge right here. 17 tries. Like, again, I'm by no means the best player in the world. But, like, I'm literally in a group chat with the best players in Europe. And they're all saying, they're like, why is this so hard? Last night, I was in some streams, and you're looking at the likes of I'm Just Isaac struggling to win games. Ron World, one of the best players in the world, saying he's losing half his games. Heck, even Ty, the 250k champ, said this was difficult. To be fair, there is only one really difficult challenge on next gen. It's this one right here. Record 11 assists, and I have to use those 3. Okay, I'll just explain why. I'll just go into a Hall of Fame game and explain why it's difficult. Again, I'm just using these guys because I have diamond contracts and all of them, so I don't lose anything. It's so difficult because look what happens here. If you try to cut to the basket, ball cut to the basket, he doesn't go by Kevin Garnett. Then you try to cut to the basket here with Bill Russell. Okay, it actually worked. That does not work for the whole game. You will turn the ball over so many times doing that. Like, it worked that time. And then this keeps happening. Like, if you try to pick and roll, which is a huge thing. Like, obviously, triangle cuts, the pass and screen ways aren't as effective. If you try to pick and roll, watch what happens. Watch what happens. Look at Bobo. Like, where's he going? He's not gone anywhere. I can't run lobs. He can't run anything. Players refuse to roll in triple threat. Pick and roll. Look at Bill Russell. Look where he's gone. You try to shoot near the 3-point line. That actually worked that time. Most of the time, you get warped outside the 3-point line. It is, like, nearly impossible. But one of what I will say is probably the worst, the most difficult one I had to do. In terms of, I got it first time, but apparently this one is the most difficult. The most difficult one for me was the 11 assists. I think everyone has their one challenge where they really struggle. Like, there's a bunch of ones, like, I actually got double second try. Because the double one, like, you're playing against Steph Curry, Magic Johnson, and Ben Simmons. And you know what you have to do? You literally have to. I got this one wrong. I thought that it was... I didn't realize this one. The 8 rebound one is against the invincible centers. Basically, what you have to do is you have to get the switch onto Steph Curry. You have to get James Worthy switched onto Steph Curry. And you need to chuck up a brick with Dame Lillard. And hope you get the rebound. Because they're not missing. They're not missing 10 shots. Doesn't matter if you're in current or next gen and not missing 10 shots. This one here. Get 8 rebounds with James Worthy. Against 2 invincible centers. 3 invincible guards. 8 rebounds. If you're on current gen, they're not gonna miss. You have to pray. Like, how you get 8 rebounds with Worthy? You pray. And you chuck up bricks on... It's doable on next gen. This is borderline undoable on current gen. I'm going to say it again. With these guys right here, Steph Curry's not going to miss on current gen CPU. Hall of Fame. These guys aren't going to miss. You have to get offensive boards to win this. So you have to pray you get probably 3 offensive boards of possession. Otherwise, in current gen, you're not going to... CPU's not going to miss enough to win this one. Not going to miss enough. You guys saw it on this challenge right here. For me to get the 10 assists, I needed to go 11 of 11 with no turnovers. That's what I need to do. Perfect game. The CPU missed 1 shot. Actually, sorry, CPU missed 2 shots. They got 1 offensive board. Also, your players don't get rebounds on current gen. Like, this challenge, again, I played 17 times. I played probably 10 times on next gen, 7 times on current gen. I got up my 7th try on current gen. But what you basically have to do is you're playing against Damian Lillard, Jimmy Butler, and James Worthy, but somehow their James Worthy out-rebounds your James Worthy. Heck, their Lillard out-rebounds your James Worthy. I don't know what it is with the CPU. And then this challenge is one of the most ridiculous ones. I got about 5th try. I keep forgetting that. It took me about 5 tries to get one of these ones. This one here. Make 3 3-pointers in a row with Damian Lillard on Hall of Fame. Playing against Tim Duncan, Kevin Garnett, and Dirk. 2 invincible cards who get the most ridiculous intimidator contests. You have to literally, to do this, you have to switch onto, get Dirk Nowitzki to switch onto you on current gen, and hope to God you can run off a screen, quick stop, and green 3 3-pointers in a row. Because you better believe you're not making a white on Hall of Fame on current gen. And on next gen, like, it's more doable on next gen. Look, it's more doable on next gen. You're gonna get open shots. Like, I screwed up. I missed my first shot 4 times in a row. And, like, I think I only lost once after hitting my first. I missed my first shot 4 times in a row. Missed my second shot once. I missed my third shot. And then the next time I got all 3. So, like, it's not that bad. And again, because I missed my first shot, I could reset them straight away. This only took about 6 or 7 minutes, even though I did try like 7 times. But, like, these 11, like, everyone complained about some of these challenges. Some of these are rough. Some of these are really rough. The Spurs one on current gen, if you don't know how to speed boost, it's next to impossible. Like, not next to impossible. If you don't know how to do the burst animation, it is impossible. You gotta learn to burst. You need to learn. I'm not gonna be able to be the one to teach you in a tutorial. You've gotta learn how to burst yourself. It's doable. It is so difficult. But then there's a bunch of these ones here. Like, all these win by 7 points ones, they're all really tough. Like, every one of them. But, I mean, if you try enough times, you will probably win by 7 points. If you get lucky and you hit a couple of shots, although Louis Dampier is this year's Tony Parker, you're going to be fine. And there's a few of the ones here. It's like 3 steals and a block. Like, 5 threes in the game with any player. Easy. Easy. Doable. 1 block and 1 steal any player. Doable. Like, any of those ones are, like, very much doable. 3 steals and 1 block is tough. It is definitely... Or 3 blocks and 1 steal as a team. The blocks are really easy. Doesn't matter what gen you're on. 3 blocks is very, very easy. Especially because you can bait Tim Hardaway into blocks. But the steals... Again, steals are tough, but they're doable. But there are a couple of them. Whatever about these ones here. A lot of these are easy. I will say this. A lot of these players are very, very easy. The problem is when you get to this 11 right here. And it's not that they're difficult. It's not that they're difficult. Like, getting 10 assists or 11 assists, why couldn't it have been 10? Give you leeway to shoot 1 jump shot. Like, you can't shoot jump shots. Because there's a chance you get warped outside the 3-point line if you shoot a jump shot. And everybody's like, oh, you can run by the opposition. That doesn't get you an assist. That's where the problem is. And on next gen, the players don't cut to the basket properly. And on current gen, the opponents don't miss. So it's like, these challenges, I can guarantee you nobody tested these. Because, like, again, I'm not the greatest player in the world. But, like, I'm just going to say this right now. There's not a developer. There is not a developer of the game that will beat me at the game. I think I can confidently say that. And it'll be 17 tries. 17! And I was close twice in the 17. My very last one, I got warped outside the 3-point line to hit the final shot. I went for a mid-range, pulled up, and as I was pulling up, I could see my player get warped outside the 3-point line. I was like, no. I saw the green. I was like, please don't be a 3, and it was a 3. That is one of the... No, sorry, at 18 I did that. At 18 I did that. That was the most heartbreaking one. That's when I moved to current gen. Because you get warped outside more. But, like, I can guarantee you, if you asked any 2K developer to do this challenge right here, they're not getting a win in 20 games. They're not getting a win in 20 games. This challenge right here, double-double, or 8 rebounds, James Worthy. If you give this to anyone who is not a 1% player, and I don't believe I'm a 1% player. I got kind of lucky because, again, with these challenges, I'm good with tactics. In terms of cheesing the AI, in terms of like tactics and doing these challenges, there's not that many people that, in terms of that situation, are going to be much better than me. Like, shooting up bricks. Like, this isn't being good at the game. Getting 8 rebounds at Worthy, getting a double-double, that's not being good at the game. That's being able to shoot enough bricks. If you can consistently shoot up bricks and play a bit of defense, then you're going to be able to do it. Like, that's not being good at the game. Like... But I can guarantee, if you try to do this on current gen, and you're not in the 1% of players, or you're in the 1% of people that have played the game, as in, I'm not in the top 1% of players. No, I'm not. I'm not going to say I'm in the top 1% of players. But what I am, in terms of like these type of challenges, I don't think there's that many people that should be able to get these challenges done quicker than me. These specific things. Even I couldn't do them. Even I couldn't do this. If I could not do this on current gen. You can give me 100 tries to get 8 rebounds with James Worthy on current gen. I will not do it. I can guarantee you. Thank God I have this game on next gen. You could give me 100 games and I'm not getting this challenge done. So you better believe if I'm not getting it done, 98% of people watching this video will never get it done. There's challenges. Everyone's like, oh, it needs to be a challenge to get these cards. Why not 6 rebounds? 6 rebounds is very difficult but doable. 8 rebounds is pretty much undoable. 6 is extremely difficult, especially on current gen. A double-double. Why not 10 points, 5 assists? That's doable. That means you don't need to get rebounds. Like, I can guarantee you, nobody tested these games. They just looked at these challenges and were like, this is mathematically possible. And let's chuck these challenges in. It's mathematically possible, but it's also not possible. Like, whatever, but to win the games by 10 points, that's so tough. On Hall of Fame, that's so difficult. But it's possible. It is doable. Most good players will get it within 3 or 4 tries. Most decent players, if they play long enough, will win a game by 10 points on Hall of Fame. Even if you're an average player, eventually you will do that. And then even things like the 8 layups, the Spurs one. If you're an average player, if you spend long enough, you'll do it. I'm not confident that an average player on current gen will ever be able to get 8 rebounds with James Worthy against 2 invincible centers. I'm not. Simply put, I'm not. I am not confident that if you put a 50% win rate player, a 50% dead smack in the middle, it will take them at least 40 tries to get this on next gen. And I think on current gen, I don't think it's possible. I actually do not think this is possible. Double-double. You switch with Steph Curry and chuck up bricks. I think it's possible, but it's extremely difficult. Like, I can't believe it. Like, I'm going to tell you this right now. If you're on current gen, don't even bother. It's not worth the stress. Like, you will break something. You are going to have a horrible time. Look, if you want Bill Russell, I'm going to say this right now. Get poor man's Bill Russell. If you want Bill Russell and you don't want the stress, get poor man's Bill Russell right here. Get the poor man's Bill Russell that is Bam Adebayo. He's not as good as Bill. Nowhere. But he's probably like 85% of Bill. And it stops the stress. Bam is doable. Bam says the 3 blocks, 1 steal is the most difficult challenge. That is more than doable. That is more than doable for most players. But the Bill Russell ones, they're just ridiculous. So, that's kind of rant over. Like, again, I had to sleep on it. It was like, are these that difficult? I actually woke up and tried to do a couple of the challenges. I got the Spurs one. I did the Spurs one with the guys I currently have with Bowl bursting. I got Spurs one on current gen first time. But it's tough. Man, I know what you guys are saying about Tim Duncan's chase down blocks. But use the shot stick. Use the shot stick and aim layups. It's not easy, but it's doable. I got a first try, but Duncan got about 3 chase downs on me. Like, when I tried using the button, it was chase down every time. Use the shot stick. But these 11, there is no way. Like, I was so far off when I tried to do the double-double and the 8 rebounds with James Worthy. It took me 17 tries to get the 11 assist one. And the double-double and 8 rebounds, I got them first or second try on next gen. I tried them on current gen, and man, I was so far off. I think the highest I got was 4. The highest I got was 4, and I tried about 5 or 6 times. The highest I got was 4 rebounds, just testing this out just to see how difficult they are. And that's what I mean by saying 6 is doable. Because again, I only tried it about 4 times, and I could definitely get 6. I definitely think if I hit a couple of shots and build a bit of a lead, I can start chucking breaks and get 6. But like 8 on current gen, I don't think it's possible. Well, it's possible. People have done it, but like, I don't think it's possible unless you are a top 1% player. So anyway, that's the video. It's just ridiculous. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.